Hey guys, welcome back to the 504 podcast. I'm your host Mark here with my host Erica. Erica, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't complain. A little busy. School's winding up. I think tomorrow is our last day of school, so I am excited to
It is.
start spring break. No, summer break, summer vacation, right?
Somebody- yeah, no, I think we skipped spring break.
Yeah, we whatever. So I mean, it's kind of been more like an extended summer vacation. Like I feel well rested, a bit more stressed because of you know unknowingness that's going into the future. Just
Yeah, exactly.
what's going to happen when schools open again. So, but on the bright side, one more day.
One more day, and I'm glad it's over. This online learning stuff was a little crazy.
I mean, it is what it is. I think this is going to prepare us for what we should expect in the future with, them making sure that this never happens again. But
Exactly.
let's get into what we're really here for, the nonsense. So today we're going to change our top five to a top three. And we're going to do top three scary movies that you would show to someone else. If they had never seen this movie before, you would go, oh, shoot, you have to see this movie. But it needs to be in the horror genre.
Okay, I have
So,
mine.
all right, so I'm going to go first. My first
You always
one.
go first. Go
Okay,
ahead.
Erica, go ahead. You go
No,
first. You
no,
go
you
first. You
can
go
go
first.
first.
You go first,
I know,
Erica.
you go first. Go ahead.
Okay,
You just
fine. I'm going to
go
go
ahead.
first. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be trying out this noisemaker as we do the episode. So if you hear random sounds, it's on purpose.
Yeah, it's not me.
Yeah, it's coming from mine. Okay, so my first movie is Quarantine. I should have
Quarantine.
researched the year that these movies came out, but Quarantine, it's about a news reporter, and she's doing a story on firemen, and she's like kind of following the firemen as they do their daily rounds or whatever. They get a call, they go to an apartment building, and there's some sort of viral outbreak in the apartment building that turns people into these crazy rabies infected people, and they lock the whole building down. So if the people try to leave the building, they
Hmm.
get shot, and the people in the building are being viciously attacked by the people who are already in the building. So it's a good movie.
That was in 2008.
2008.
Interestingly enough, right? How things come full circle.
And what's crazy is I think I just realized another one of my movies. This is a like a found footage movie. Like you're seeing it from the perspective of someone holding a camera. So the
Oh, okay.
cameraman isn't like this third party person who's not in the movie. The cameraman is actually in the movie, and you can hear him talking as things happen. And she'll tell him, don't turn the camera off, keep recording.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I'd watch that. So it's like a point of view kind of movie.
Yeah. Well, they call it found footage. So it's
Oh,
sort of like you only get the movie because they found it after everything has
yeah.
happened. They just find the tape and then they play the tape and watch it.
Now, was it scary because of what's going on now, or
No, it's just a crazy scary movie.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
And it gets
I
it
love
gets
this.
dark at different points. It's you have to see it. It's pretty good.
So mine then I get will piggyback off of that one because it's the same similar scenario, found footage, I guess.
Blair Witch
And
Project? Is it Blair Witch Project?
yes, yes,
Ooh.
that was scary, and I saw that in the theaters.
I thought
So
it
the
was
whole time I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, like, is this real? Is it not?
I thought it was anticlimactic. It was like, all right, whatever, just no,
Not
so we
really.
don't see the witch.
But you don't need to because it's all in your head. It's one of those mind games. Okay, so now, yeah,
Ooh.
that's basically the witch. Well, the ending was the best though. Like it just, how things ended. I don't want to ruin it for people, but it was almost like you want to watch it all over again, I guess.
Well, maybe I would appreciate it a bit more if I didn't buy the bootleg. I had the bootleg, so
No.
if I would have seen the bootleg, if I wouldn't have seen the bootleg and it was in decent quality, maybe I would have enjoyed it more. But I had a friend of mine, African dude, would just make me all the copies of everything I wanted. All right, my second movie is the 1987 version of Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. I think I've
And
seen that.
it wasn't so much a scary movie, but it's gory. Like you can see like people getting ripped open and bitten into. Like it was really cool. I mean, now the effects are a bit dated, but at the time when I first saw it, I said, "Oh my goodness, this guy got his
It
whole
was,
stomach ripped
wait,
open."
you mean 1978?
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was 87. I guess it was 78 then.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
Erica, the fact checker.
yeah, I looked it up because I wanted
Yes,
to see.
so I enjoyed that one.
Oh,
That's you for fact checking for me, Erica.
my second one would be the Exorcist,
I never watched it from start to finish.
with what's her name, Blair somebody. I don't know, not the Blair Witch, but that I don't know. I guess because like any kind of movies like that are just kind of I don't know, like the ones that really mess with your head. And is it true? Is it not true? And then just things like started happening to all the actors, and I think they were like possessed afterwards, or they just didn't have like a good. None of them got good jobs anymore. I don't know. It was weird.
Reminds me of I don't think I've ever seen that one. But from what you're saying, it reminds me like didn't the little girl from Poltergeist die or something?
Yes, yeah.
So that's what it reminded me of.
They're messing with spirits.
All right, my last movie, and this is more like an action found footage with like elements of horror. Cloverfield.
I did see that. That was a good one.
Yeah, and they have like this whole Cloverfield universe, which is really cool. They have it's 3 movies in total now. It's Cloverfield. It's 1, 2, 3 Cloverfield Lane, something like that.
So
And then
the
there was
original.
another one that was on Netflix.
I had to look that one up. But that was an older movie, right? Oh yeah, 2008. Yep.
Yeah, Cloverfield.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that was like the one that made me say, okay, I really want to see how this universe turns out. And then this was the movie that made me go back and look at Wikipedia pages. People were trying to say there are 2 different monsters and the monsters look different. And if you go back and you see like there's like a scene at the very end of the movie where you can kind of see where the monster came from possibly, or why the monster was awake. It was just one of those movies that really made me just go, wow, like this is cool. Even the way they did it to the effects.
But you think it's is you think like when I hear horror, I wouldn't necessarily that would be a horror film. More of like I don't know. I don't know.
It's scary.
Scary, yeah. Again, it's I guess in the head kind of scary.
Because I remember watching it. Now this is before I was gonna go see it, and I remember asking my friend Manny, and I was like, "Yo, like, do you see the monster?" Because I was afraid you wouldn't see the monster. And he was like, "Nah, man, you see that monster." And once he said, "You see the monster," he had me sold.
Then you wanted to see it.
Yeah, I had to see it.
Okay. So my third one is It. And I did not watch this when it first came out.
Wait. Let me just make sure that this is it. Is it the one where they're in the... Because I was going to pick this one if this is the same movie. Is this the one where they're in Alaska somewhere?
No. It takes place in 1986. A bunch of kids.
Is it the clown one?
The clown, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Alaska. I don't know about that one. So I've never, when it first came out, there was so much hype, and I don't like to jump on the hype. I'm like, I'll just see it when, everyone's done talking about it. And it was scary. I was scared. Another psychological thriller.
I remember my grandmother would do this thing where she would fall asleep with the TV on, and I would kind of just come in and just sit down and just watch whatever's on the TV. And I'm looking at that clown going, no, something's off about this clown. This isn't for kids. But I couldn't turn away. I'm like, but it's a clown here. It's a clown. It's for kids. No, this is not for kids.
It was scary. It was like, what's hiding in the dark kind of movie, like you're lying in bed watching it. You don't want to step on that floor because you don't know what's going to come out from underneath your bed. That's what's scary.
Did you like the new version of it?
No, I didn't watch it.
How is this one of your you must see movies and then they come out with the newer version and you just don't watch it?
No, I didn't watch it.
You have to watch it.
I didn't even know there was a new version. Why would I want to watch a new version?
What do you mean you didn't know it was a new version? They marketed this thing like crazy. You have to watch it. Come
I
on.
don't know. But I like anything by Stephen King, so all of his stuff is psychological.
The Stephen King, I read The Mist and enjoyed the movie.
That was good.
And I watched the
That
TV
was,
series that they canceled after one season, which I don't know why.
No, no. Like even his movie Carrie, oh my goodness, that was like another movie.
Stephen King did Carrie?
Stephen King wrote Carrie, yeah.
That's the one when the girl, they're all gonna laugh at you.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
They're
The
all
mom
gonna...
is like,
Okay,
the mom
yeah.
is like possessed. They're all gonna laugh at you. But actually, it was Carrie who was possessed. She had powers.
Yeah. Movies like Carrie make me look at the ugly girl in school and go, I'm gonna be nice to you. I don't know why. I'm just gonna treat you very nice and say hi to you every day.
She's got a voodoo doll at home and sticking pins in your neck. Ow.
And then that way, when things go left, you'll open up the gym door and let me out. You'll let me out. But it's crazy because even though all of that stuff happened, the one girl who got let out, like, she was crazy for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
So in the end, it was probably worse off for her because she had to live with all that stuff.
Had to live with everything, right? And then the ground imploded. It was a good movie.
What about the boy who took her to the prom? Because I only remember a bit of the movie. Did he deserve to die?
Yeah, he was part of it.
Oh, he was, because to me, it just seemed like he was just cool. Like, all right, I'll take you, whatever.
No, I think he was all part of it to get her to go.
No, I thought he was a cool dude. I'm like, oh, that's nice of you.
The mom's like, nobody's your friend. Nobody wants to be your friend.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
Oh, and then the mom gets into the wall.
I don't know. I'm playing around.
That sounded like a duck quack.
It was a duck quack.
Oh, God. That's not nice.
All right, so let's go ahead and move to pet peeves. So we were kind of discussing some of the things that you just kind of just look at and go, man, I can't stand this.
Yes.
And it'll probably be something that never goes away. I'm going to let you start this time, Erica.
Okay. That's great. I don't like that one. So I've worked in... conducted myself accordingly.
Wait, start over. You broke up.
I said I've had jobs where I was in customer service, banking, at a retail store, whatever. So what bothers me most, and I don't know why, but it's in drive-thrus. I'm sitting there in line and I'm listening to the people ahead of me order, or even just in a store. Yeah, can I get? Yeah, can I have? Yeah, can I get? And that just annoys me.
What do you want me to say?
But, hi, how are you? May I please have? Or, yes, I would like this. But I can't, I guess it's what I can't stand is, can I get? Yeah, can I get this? Even if you're ordering in a diner, I hear it, or a restaurant. Yeah, can I get? Well, you can, but you might get a little bit something extra in your food.
Oh, you never met that guy
I don't
from
know,
Booker T
that's
Projects
just like a pet peeve
that came to
of mine.
McDonald's.
And I just feel like, they're there providing a service and you should appreciate it.
Very true. I try to have a personality when I order. Hi, how are you today? Can I please have and sometimes my wife, this is one of her pet peeves. She doesn't like when we go to a restaurant, I have trouble with decision making. So if there are 3 different things that I like, I'll ask the waiter or the waitress to just pick the one that they like the best. And she's like, oh my God, you always put people on the spot. And I'm like, well, they work here. They would have the best knowledge as far as what they would have today.
Yeah, and then the waiter or waitress turns around and is like, oh, all 3 are good. And then you're like, great.
No, I just say, just pick one and don't tell me what it is.
Okay. No, I think that's okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't necessarily want to defer to the waiter or waitress. I just would choose on my own, but
like he went to Harvard.
Yeah, so that's just I don't know. I guess how people treat people in service industries. I don't know.
Mine is going a bit different. I don't like people who take the mufflers off their car or change the mufflers on their car to make their car louder. You ever hit a little tiny Honda that's like,
yeah,
just to go to the red light? It's like you're going nowhere quickly.
Yeah, and it's got that stupid fin on the back that's like raised higher than the window
Oh
itself.
my goodness, man.
And a really bad paint job, but it sounds so cool.
I always think that that's like the just the drink holder. So if you stand outside your car and you're like standing in the back, you can just put your drink on top of the on top of it.
Oh, that's funny. Oh man.
Yeah, this is how I feel about anybody who has like one of those really. Now there are some cars that are naturally loud because that's the way it's intended to be. Some Mustangs, some Chargers, where it's loud, and that's just because it's a really big engine, like a big engine. But to anyone with a really tiny car and the muffler is really loud, this is how I feel about your car. And if you can't tell, that's a toilet flushing.
And it's usually a hoopty.
Yeah, normally.
It's like this beat up car, and like really.
A friend of mine, when we were in college, he had this little Hyundai, and boy, he loved that Hyundai. He had the muffler on the back, and it was really loud. But at the time when I was young, I thought it was so cool.
You're like, I'm gonna get a car like that.
But now I think he drives like a Toyota Camry. So I guess he grew out of that.
Oh, and his muffler's on.
Yeah, with the correct muffler, because he has a family now.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
You got another pet peeve, or you want me to go to my next pet peeve?
Do you have one? Yeah, I'll listen. Yeah, you can go to yours.
All right. So this one is centered around my dog.
Okay.
I guess it's something that I just have to just accept about dogs. I hate when the door opens, my dog has to bark. I don't like it. Like if the doorbell rings or someone knocks on the door barks. But I can get past that. What bothers me is if I'm coming up the stairs and the door is open and he sees that it's me, he still barks. It's like, come on, you know it's me, man. Stop it.
Oh, so it's like he's conditioned to bark as soon as the door opens.
Yeah, so like, my kids are walking first. I'm like taking my shoes off in the hallway and he'll, It's like, you know who I am, right?
Yeah, but that's his happiness. He's happy to see you. His happy bark.
Yeah, and then I'll say, stop, or all right, that's enough. And then he'll kind of just look for about 3 seconds and then go, It's like the little half bark, like he won't bark all the way. It's just like a, It's like the lion from, from what's that, Wizard of Oz?
Oh, yeah, he's the cowardly lion. Yeah.
I do believe in spooks.
Oh, my goodness.
What does that mean, I believe in spooks? I'm gonna get down to the bottom of that.
I don't know. That's another episode. So here's another pet peeve I have. Women's bathrooms.
I used to think that women's bathrooms were made of glitter and gold, and it was just so nice and lovely and magical in there.
Why in the world do I need to go into the stall and see that there's urine on the seat?
Because they spray and pray.
We are not meant to squat, stand, or whatever. There's special seat coverings. Put them on. Where it's not going to spray all over the seat. Or if you do spray, wipe it up. That annoys me. It's disgusting.
Yeah, there's a little saying, something, somebody probably let me know in the comments. If you sprinkle when you twinkle, be a pal and wipe it down or something like that.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Yeah. If you sprinkle when you tinkle, I don't even know. I have to look it up.
I'll have to. But,
yeah, disgusting. It's just, I think women's restrooms are disgusting. Try not to go. Or, if it's not on the seat, it's on the floor. You're better off going into a men's room because, 85% of the time you're using a urinal.
I'm letting you know now, I'm all for equal rights. If I have to start waiting in line in the bathroom behind women, I'm gonna have a problem. That was always the benefit of like having a boy or being a man. You can just in and out the bathroom quickly. I've seen the women's bathroom line. That's crazy.
I've seen women come out of stalls and leave the bathroom without washing their hands. That's disgusting. And I'm not even talking now in time of COVID. Just in general, that's disgusting.
They just want to save all the flavor on their fingers.
That's disgusting. And then or then they'll urinate or whatever and not flush, but there's no toilet paper in the bowl. So what do? Shake?
I've always not envied that about women. Like you have to wipe every time.
Yeah.
Like no matter what you do when you go to the bathroom, you need tissue.
Yeah, you can't just drip dry.
You can't just do the what's the Taylor Swift? Shake it off, shake it
No,
off.
no.
And the haters gonna hate. That's you, Erica. Hate, 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 hate.
So I'll walk into stalls on purpose if I see anything, gross. I walk out and slam the door, and I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. And I make sure a person's still in the bathroom when I say it.
But on the benefit flip side of it, if you do have to poop, nobody knows what you're doing in there. Because you have
Why?
to sit no matter what. Because you have to sit no matter what.
You have to sit no matter what?
Yeah,
No.
if a guy walks into the bathroom and he goes into one of those stalls and you hear the pants go and you already know what it is.
No, you could just be like, my wife trained me to sit down. I'm not really doing that in here.
I had to get that. I had to condition my son out of that because like we would wake him up in the middle of the night and she was like, just let him sit down. I'm like, no, he's a boy. He'll stand. He'll wake up.
Oh, one of my friends told her husband, you need to start sitting down because you're missing.
If he misses, just let him clean up if he misses.
No, he wasn't. But that's disgusting. Women's restrooms are disgusting. They're pigs.
So here's to women's restrooms right here. All right, so I want to discuss buyer's remorse. Something that you've purchased that it initially seemed like it was going to be such a great idea, and then afterwards you go, I really could have done without it.
Okay. So
I always think of buyer's remorse of anybody who works at a mall and has a cart and they have to go and track you down. Hi, sir, one second, sir. It's like, that reminds me of buyer's remorse. Like anything that I've ever purchased from one of those carts, I've always said, oh, I shouldn't have given them $40 for this.
So for me, and because all the hype was a front load washing machine, because to me that was like, I don't know, I guess buying a house 12 years ago, like, oh, front load washing machine. Like when I was growing up, I didn't have this. You had the one with the regurgitator in the middle, and I know how much my parents paid for it. But here, I'm going to spend $1,000 on a front load washing machine. Little did I know that.
Wait, just the washing machine was $1,000?
Yeah, back then they were expensive because they first came out.
You got money.
So it was a gift.
You got money.
But little did I know that there's only certain detergent you can use, because all of a sudden, if you use liquid, it starts to build up. And if you don't clean it weekly, which who wants to be cleaning a washing machine weekly with everything else you got to do in life, it starts to smell like rotten eggs.
Listen,
so then now...
Something.
Yes. We should have ate that before when we were talking about that. Oh, so, now not only are you buying special detergent, because it has to be HE detergent, now you have to buy these tablets that you have to run through the washing machine once a week, depending on how many loads you do. And then you got to clean the rubber inside and wash out the drum. It's just too much work. So mine finally crapped out, and I bought a regular washing machine, $400.
Yeah,
Done.
I have the one that I just open the top of it and just throw the clothes in.
Yeah,
and
done.
walk away.
Done.
So the front loader ones are like, if you went to like a laundromat, those are the ones that you would normally see.
Yes, but those are different though, I think, because they're laundromat grade, I think, like.
Because front loading washing machines look really nice.
Yeah, they do.
What I've seen, like the little glass door there, you can look at the clothes spinning. It's cool.
Yeah, well, it was a big thing then. I don't know, it could still be, but I wouldn't recommend it. Big waste of money. And then if you got to get the little drawer that goes underneath, so now your washing machine could be like shoulder height. So when you're looking at it, you're not bending down to put your wash in. It's like, level.
I guess my buyer's remorse, both of them are cars. One I bought from a friend, and one I bought from a family member. And they both just turned out to be just crap. So the one I bought from a family member had like 160,000 miles on it. Paid like $1,000 for it. And I'm like, hey, what's wrong with it? And the classic answer, nothing's wrong with it.
Nothing until you get it.
I take it to like this place, I think it's like Westside Tire and Auto.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I just want to get a little sticker on it so that I can, drive it around, the inspection sticker. And he goes, this car will never pass inspection. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, did you not notice it's leaking oil? The emergency
Oh
brake doesn't
no.
work. This blinker doesn't work. There's a hole here. And I'm like, no, I was told there's nothing
Did
wrong
you
with
try
it.
and return it?
Yeah, I did. My family member spent the money. The money was spent within the first couple of days, and
So how
then
long did that car last you?
it actually I got it fixed up a bit, and it lasted me about 6 months. But and then I came into another
Oh,
car
okay.
which was sold by a friend of mine, and it was, I think we were in the time it was about 2007, and his car was a 2001.
Oh,
And he didn't
okay.
want anything for it. He was like, "Yo, just take the car. It's just the transmission blew on it."
Okay.
So I
Well,
paid
what
three
is the
thousand
transmission
dollars
called?
to fix the transmission, and the engine blew 6 months later.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then after that, I wound up getting into lease cars, and my last buyer's remorse is the last lease car I got, 2000 and I think it's a 2009 Honda Civic.
You didn't like it?
Oh, it was terrible. It was a terrible car.
Why?
It didn't have any of the features I really wanted from the car. It didn't have horsepower. It was already cute. First of all, I don't want to be driving around. I don't want to be the short guy driving around a cute car. So it had like the fake rims. The speaker system was terrible. It didn't have Bluetooth. No back. It didn't have anything worth having. And the crazy thing is, I was paying like $430 a month for a lease.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, why did you buy it then?
I was desperate. I
Oh,
just
okay.
came off my. I had a Honda Civic before that, and I came off the lease, and I really enjoyed that Honda Civic. So I figured, I'll get a 4-door version this time. But instead of me getting the EX version, which is like a decent version of it, I got the LX, which is like pretty much base. And there was a big
Yeah.
difference between the base and the deluxe version, I guess you could say. So that car was some,
That's, yeah.
and you can, I don't know, just fooling around with it. All right, so let's wrap up this episode. I hope you guys are noticing we're doing our best to listen to your suggestions, and one of the suggestions is shorter episodes. So as you can see, we're wrapping it up into a shorter episode, and we're going to end with our new segment called This or That, where we take two like things and we take two like things and determine whether we'll take this one or that one. We're going to start with a very generic one to start off with. Erica, you go into a store, you go to the drink section, you open it up, there's a Coke and there's a Pepsi.
I'm a Pepsi drinker.
No, you don't like the fun-loving Coke?
I don't. Coke is too syrupy for me.
I'm a Pepsi guy
But
also.
but I have to say that's if I'm getting it out of a bottle. If I'm going to get it from the machine, the soda machine.
What, like a can?
No, like a fountain soda.
Okay, got it.
I will go with Coke because I don't like the taste of Pepsi from the fountain soda.
Yeah, it's like when you go to the KFC and you get a Pepsi, it's like, well, this is like bootleg soda.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with the fountain soda, but I prefer fountain soda over bottled soda any day.
If you give me a can of Pepsi and a brown paper bag with a straw sticking out, it's the
Really?
best. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I like when it's like partly flat and you gotta drink
Yes.
it really fast to get the little burn.
It's
I
so fun.
enjoy drinking it out of the 2-liter bottle, just like no cup, just like straight out the 2-liter, just when nobody's looking, just kind of just have it like
Gotta
crack
be-
open and just take 2 swigs and then put it back in the fridge.
See, no, I gotta drink mine in a glass because I gotta load it up with ice.
I don't like ice and soda.
Yeah, I do.
They used to look at me crazy. Let me get a Sprite, no ice. I want all the Sprite. You're not gonna sit there
Yeah,
and
exactly.
yeah.
When
Speaking of, I don't
from-
even really drink Sprite.
When I order from Starbucks, and I always say light on the ice because I've seen them fill up the cup full with ice, and you get about, a quarter of it's your drink.
Well, Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, they've done this amazing thing where they charge you more for the coffee. Well, I don't say Starbucks, so I mean Dunkin' Donuts, but you're getting less coffee and more ice, and you're paying more for it.
Yes. So you can ask for a grande, which is the medium size, in a venti cup. And I think you get a little bit more, but I don't know. There's some sort of that's like some sort of trickery there. I don't know.
Oh, wait till we come back with more Erica hacks. We're going to be shutting down the game.
Oh, I have tons of hacks.
Funk Flex 504 podcast shutting down the game.
I have tons of hacks. I could share my hacks. That's a great idea.
So we'll come up with an episode later of a bunch of hacks.
That sounds good.
All right.
Oh, I can't wait.
Well, that's it, guys. I hope you like our shortened episode. Let's get it. Or the shortened episodes could be... That was a fart.
This or that.
So, thanks, guys, for tuning in to the 504 podcast. I'm your host, Mark.
And Erica.
And thanks for tuning in. Take care, and see you next week.
Bye.